Our next speaker is Caleb Eynon. Caleb is from the Department of Economics, Finance, and Legal Studies. The title of the talk is Panicked Investors. Thank you.
The first market run occurred in Holland in 1630. Since then, we've seen many instances of financial panic that has rocked the economy. In the early 1900s, depositors rushed to banks to withdraw funds before everyone else. This led to the Great Depression. In the early 2000s, a crisis in confidence in the housing market led to the financial crisis and the Great Recession. And more recently, the coronavirus caused a drop in stock prices as investors lost confidence in the future. But financial panic is about more than just these few instances. If a collective behavior of a group aligns, they can move asset prices away from their fundamental value. This doesn't just affect Wall Street and the 1%. This affects retirement accounts, small businesses, jobs, and the economy as a whole. This leads to a critical question. Which emotions lead to deviations from financially rational behavior? We can't go back in time to the Great Depression, we could go to the Great Recession, but we can't ask them in that moment, what are their emotions? Why are they selling? That is why we must examine this question in a laboratory setting. My research uses a controlled laboratory experiment that simulates a stock market with a few key characteristics. First, investors are endowed with an asset that has an uncertain fundamental value. Additionally, they receive information about this value periodically so they can update their beliefs. They can make their beliefs whatever they choose. And finally, each investor is grouped with others, so their strategy is interdependent on the behavior of other human beings. From there, I can analyze their emotions in three ways. First, their communication. I allow participants to communicate with each other through a virtual chat environment. From there, I use sentiment analysis and machine learning models to put the text and identify specific emotions as it relates to specific selling behavior. Second, I use footage from the experiment. I record each participant as they go through and record their facial expressions and emotional cues to put into a software. This software outputs data that can be then linked from specific emotional facial cues to selling behavior. And finally, I use personality traits. I survey each participant on risk aversion and Big Five personality traits to connect broader traits to selling behavior in markets. This research will eventually lead to identifying specific emotions that lead to financial panic. Ultimately, we can use this to design better policy that fosters a more stable financial system. Thank you.